Hey there! Welcome to the review and shooting test of the G&G UMP UMG 45. First we're going to look at the packaging. Now G&G has always done a very good job by putting in these cool little foam inserts into the packaging of their guns so that they don't rattle around as much as other guns would. Normally you get that weird little plastic molding or some kind of poorly form-fit foam, but G&G always does a great job with their packaging. Now, let's go over what you get stock in the whole package. First up, you get the G&G UMG 45. Now, it's called the UMG 45 because they couldn't get the correct licensing from Heckler & Koch to call it the UMP 45. However, for the remainder of this video, I will be referring to it as the UMP 45 due to the fact of its real-life designation. And next up, we have a 230 round high-capacity winding magazine. Next up, we have a 1100 milliamp stick type 8.4 volt battery wired to Tamiya connectors as per standard on most rifles. And next we have a cleaning and unjamming rod and a old-fashioned BB speed loader, which I believe is for a mid-capacity magazine, which I have right here. However, I do not use this because it takes way too long. But as you can see, I've bought an extra 70 round mid-capacity magazine for this rifle, or a submachine gun. And next up in the box is a full detailed manual for this submachine gun. And as you can see on the box and this manual, G&G does a great job with their artwork, and they make the gun look pretty appealing from this pamphlet. And basically this is your standard airsoft booklet about your weapon. Don't do dumb things with it, don't shoot people. Funny little Chinglish cartoons in there. Always get a good kick out of those. Alright, so let's clear this out of the way and get to the Here we are at the chronograph. We are using .20 gram BBs. Alright, first up on semi. 260, 262, 261, 261, and 182. I think I shot the chronograph on that one. Alright, let's do a rate of fire test. Now remember, this is with a stock 8.4 volt 1100 milliamp battery, so it won't be too high. However, I have tested this before with a 9.6 volt battery, and I've achieved rounds per minute of around 1,000. Did not register. Did not register. $857. Out of ammo. Alright, so I'm not too great with chronoing guns while there's a camera in my way, but let me pull you guys in for a closer shot here. As you can see, we had 290 FPS as our last reading with a .20 gram BB. Now, I believe 290 to 300 FPS is the actual FPS of this gun because I think I was shooting the edge of the chronograph in most of those shots. Also, we had a reading of around 850 rounds per minute as our average rate of fire. So that's about what you're going to get out of this gun when you're only using a 8.4 volt battery, which is why I recommend, if you want to use this gun, you pick up a 9.6 volt to run in it. Make sure it's a stick type or else it will not fit, because the battery space on this gun is limited. Now, as you can see, I've set up some 14-inch by 14-inch pizza box targets at ranges of 50, 70, and 100 feet. Now, due to the CQB nature of this gun, I don't believe that you should be going any further than these ranges. However, I still know that you can. It's just going to be pushing your limits. So, without further ado, let's engage targets at 50 feet. Miss. Miss. Sorry, my hop-up's a little bit off. Alright, we had a little bit of a hop-up error there, but as you can see, 50 feet, obviously no problem for this gun. Let's move on to 70 feet. Hit. Miss. Let me adjust my hop-up here. Now, we do have a fairly windy day, and I am using .20 gram BBs. But if that were a man-sized target, I would be hitting it. There we go. Alright, let's move on to 100 feet. Let's try full auto. Alright, we got some hits in there. So as you can see, it is possible to engage targets at 100 feet, 70 feet, and 50 feet. However, targets beyond 70 feet may start to become an issue if you do not adjust your hop-up accordingly. So, in summary, I would like to say that this gun is a great light weapon for anybody who's looking for a perfect gun for CQB style engagements and possibly even field style engagements, due to the fact that this is one of the more longer ranged CQB weapons I've ever encountered. And I would like to mention that in the chronograph test, where we tested the rate of fire, that may not be the stock rate of fire, due to the fact that I have installed a aim precision high torque or high speed gear set with a high speed piston. Therefore, that may not be the stock round or rate of fire for this weapon. Alright, that will be all for the review and shooting test of the G&G UMP 45. This is Swifty from Luckle the Irish Airsoft, signing off.